Morning, YouTube, on a beautiful Saturday morning. Been out with Pluto, the beautiful. Look at that facey face. Yeah. Picking up trash. You know how we do. I always mention that in case somebody gets encouraged to do the same. So I had a pretty rough day yesterday, but I'm feeling positive this morning. So if you have narcissist, I got the morning stuff going on. If you have a narcissist in your life, sometimes you think when they're like towards the end of their life, unaliving, that they'll get a change of heart and be like, you'll get some message that says, oh, I'm so sorry, or wow, I did such and such, and I hope you forgive me. But sometimes we need reminders, y'all. Even though I know you know, sometimes you need to hear it from somebody. You're not going to get that. You're going to get more, I'm the victim. I never did anything wrong. Why don't you appreciate me? Now, I'd like to remind people that everybody acts narcissistically. So even though narcissism is an overused term, there's a big difference between someone who's like a narcissist than somebody who's just acting narcissistically. So, yeah. So, and then if you have more than one narcissist in your life, you might even, yes, a good boy. You might even, look at that pretty face. You might even reach out to them thinking, oh, well, they'll know I'm in crisis and they'll give me a little support, or they'll realize, say in the case of somebody dying, that, oh, they could die and I want to have some interaction with them before they pass. No, it's cruel and it's horrible, but look at that beautiful face. Oh yeah. But that ain't gonna happen, and it's painful, I know, but know that you're not the only one going through it. Especially nowadays, it seems to be, you know, you have to think of it as mental illness, and which it is, and you can't think that you're going to get rationality, kindness, or whatever from somebody who isn't able to do that. It's not going to be some miracle moment or whatever. So I just I've gotten a couple letters from my mother, and she sent me a box of stuff yesterday that literally looks like she's unaliving, apparently, and I haven't seen her in, probably, I'm guessing 10, 20, 35, probably about 25 years or more. And she literally sent me a box of junk, like stuff that she shouldn't even paid shipping for. Like, I won't even go through the contents, but if I was dying and couldn't take anything with me, and have a child that I want to leave some stuff with, or to say I'm sorry, or to share the wealth for the next generation or whatever, I wouldn't send this stuff. It was basically a bunch of junk, and yeah, most of it went in the garbage, but some of it was my grandmother's, and anyway, so I digress. But just to remind you that yeah, the abuse is going to go up until the very last minute they leave the planet. They're going to try to get one last dig, one last kick in the shin. You know, that's just the programming or whatever. And then it can go generational, you know, and it can skip a generation sometimes. But a lot of us that were abused as children, then we will marry somebody with some of those same traits. And then that might even be passed on to children with some people. And then you get it all over again. And then if you're a good person, you end up going, what did I do wrong? Why do I have all these, you know, cruel people in my life? Why am I the family punching bag? And you'll think that maybe it's you, and anybody that's healthy is gonna examine themselves and think, oh man, I've really fucked up, And that's a healthy thing. You should look at yourself and see where you participated in whatever family dynamics. But with a narcissist, they don't ask those questions of themselves. And no, that means you're not a narcissist. And anyway, it's very painful stuff. And I know that when you're feeling strong, you know these things and you can get through these moments fairly easily and shake it off and reach out to the people in your life that are supportive and kind and loving. Karen, if you're watching this, I know you get it. Karen and Sheena, you encourage Karen, and Karen has encouraged me. So I did a really good workout last night. When you're have a vampire sort of sucking the life out of you, the old me would do more chores, push harder, try to be get through it by being extra good and extra whatever, you know, trying to not give into it or whatever. But no, I took a nap. I was exhausted, just absolutely exhausted from the whole experience. And I love my mother, just to clear that up. She's mentally ill and very cruel, abusive person, but also nothing's all bad. And I learned a lot of things from her, prepared me for the world, and I'm grateful, very grateful for the gifts. And I feel sad with her passing, that that there isn't going to be a mending, and that it's goes into other generations or whatever. But it is what it is. I know I'm not alone, and it's a common thing nowadays. Children especially don't seem to have respect for their parents, and it's funny because the last line on her letter was, I get joy from my grandson, who she's met, I think, twice, but I do not enjoy my daughter. So just got to get that last stab in there. I did email her back. I don't know if she got it or not. And I was very kind. I told her that I forgive her, that I'm sorry that, you know, we can't have a relationship, and you know, I'm sad, you know, to hear that she's not doing well or whatever. But yeah, she messaged in the letter saying how cruel and wicked and all these other things that I was. Now, this isn't just a typical parent. This is a parent that's a pedophile, that is a pedophile enabler, is a physical abuser, neglectful, so many other things. And again, I forgive her. This realm that we live in, this simulation, is a very hard place to be. And I'm so grateful that I didn't grow up to be a child abuser or a pedophile or something like that. And I can't imagine the amount of weight that somebody has on them that has to live with that every day. You'd have to go into a sort of disassociation most of the time to convince yourself of being a good person, and that you didn't do the things you did, I imagine. I don't know. I'm not sure like how these people cope with it, but I'm just grateful that's not what I ended up being. So yeah, I know I'm blibbity blabbing on here. It's going on to 9 minutes here, but I just wanted to give encouragement that if you're under some sort of stress, emotional attack, some sort of life-challenging event, like losing a narcissist parent, or not having familial support, or just feel like alone in the world, that to look for the positives, to rest, to eat well, and to exercise. Thank you, Karen. I did a really good, Sheena too, because you encouraged Karen. I did a really good stretch last night and some exercises. It felt really good and reminded me, God, you love this. Why don't you do this? So yeah, it encouraged me to get back into that, and start enjoying my life more. And yeah, so I just wanted to remind you, if you're going through a hard time, you're not alone. It's not a rare thing to take care of yourself and to embrace those in your life that do love you and support you. And I do have that. And beautiful friends, if you're watching this, my beautiful friends, thank you for loving me and supporting me. And yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, and I'm feeling hopeful and grateful. I've got a lot of challenges in my life. Other than those, I know we all do right now because the economy and everything. Holy crap, right? Trying to feed yourself and live. But I'm looking to the positive, and I'm so, so grateful. If, again, if you're watching this and you're one of the people in my life that I love, know that I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful for you. So get out there and shine. Abundance to you all. One love, and be the change.